Hello everybody, welcome. I'm joining you. Welcome. So basically, in this reading that I'm going to be doing, this is for a tarot card reading. This is going to be for, this is going to be how it is. This is going to be for July 29th to August 4th of 2025. So basically, in this wonderful reading, I'm just going to tell you all that's going to be happening in this wonderful way of how it goes. I think that it's going to be very, how it is in that way, and you think that, oh, everything's going to be fine, alright, this is how it goes, but then this is how it's going to be. You have to know about it, you have to, how it is in that way, and you're thinking, alright, seems to be fine, alright, I know what to do, but then this is how it is, right? So, you have to believe in order to understand that. You're trying to, dignify of how you're feeling in that way, because it's based on how you're going to be doing it in that way, because you have to put things into segments, and you have to put them into the way how it is. So this is how it's going to be in that way. This is the way of how it goes. And when things to be in that perspective, you pay attention to it, right? So whether if you're in negativity, whether you're trying to draw in of your own way, or you're trying to get a sense of attention, this is how it is. But then you have to believe that there are things that you must learn first. That's how it goes. And when you have to believe it, you have to understand of how it goes in that way. You have to do that, the way how it goes in that way. And when you have to do it, this is the way it goes. So this way that says the page of air, logical, honest, impulsive, curious, is challenging information, delays or changes to plans, trust or truth delivered without tact. That's how it goes in that way. It's like why you're having it, why you're going to be having this, right? So if you're trying to figure out what's going on that way, it's like why you're doing it, right? So this could be a very way about this is how it is. This is not a landmark per se, but the way how it is. So you could be doing it in a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in that way, but you have to go with the flow. You have to do exactly what I told you, but then this is how it seems to be. So this is the way it seems to be, but this is how it's going to be in that way, right? This is how it goes, right? So let's see what's going on. In this oracle card, it says honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So when you're using your basically, your honesty, you're trying to tell it a different way. You're trying to express of how you're feeling. But the way how this is, you're trying to get what you want. And when you do it, that's how it is. It's like how everything is. In that way, you have to go with the flow. But then when you have to do it, you have to pay attention to it. You have to understand that the way how this is, you have to think about that. When you use honesty, you have to tell the truth. If you don't use honesty and you're having dishonesty, whatever it is, you're making up lies. You just don't know what to do. But then you have to understand that, right? You have to be who you are to be courageous, or who are you, what you're doing. But this is how it is in that way, right? This is the way it seems to be. You have to go with the flow in that way. It's like, okay, I know what to do, but then you have to understand of how it is in that way. Alright? So let's see what's going on. This is going to go for July 29th to August 4th of 2025. Let's see what's going on. So let's see what's happening. Yeah, so this is going to be very interesting indeed. So let's see what's going on. So this is going to be very interesting of how it is, because this is the way it goes. The Queen of Wands stuff represents charisma, because this is how it goes. So you can be dealing with a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius in that way. The Justice, you're telling the truth. Obviously, that's how it goes. Ace Pentacles, this does represent your want prosperity for money. That's how it goes. Judgment reverse, you're not taking action about it. the Four of Pentacles reverse, you're not, looking for money in that per se. And here from reverse, there's no guidance here. There's nothing, right? Five of Swords, right? You have conflict because you're not going to get what you want in that way. You're trying to figure out why I'm doing this, but then it's like how I'm going to do it. It's just like pure pressure. And when there's pure pressure, you know exactly how it is because you're trying to figure out what's going on in that way. This is the way of how it is. So let me clarify. From let's see, from the Five of Swords all the way to the Four of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles reversed, the Page of Wands reversed, for the Knight of Swords is upright, for the Lovers is upright, for the Ace of Pentacles is upright. Yeah, so you want to make decisions. You have drama in that way. It's like, why are you having it? And the Ace of Pentacles is upright because you want prosperity. That's how it goes. And when things to be in that perspective, it's like, why are you doing it? Why? Because you have to be sincere. You have to know how it goes in that way. It's like, why are you doing it? Because, the way how it is, everything has to be all perspective. Because this is how it is. This is not your cup of coffee. This is not your cup of tea. This is not a cup for everything. It's not. But you have to understand that there are ways that you need to understand in order to justify what you want and what you get. This is the way it seems to be. If you try to get like, okay, I know what to do, but then this is the way it seems to be. You're trying to go with the flow. When you go with the flow, this is the way it goes. So you can be doing it in a Gemini or Aquarius. You're doing it in a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You pay attention to how you're feeling in that way. It's like you go with the flow, right? This is the way of how it goes. This is how it's going to occur, and this is how perspective it is, right? Try to use your own way about using your honesty. Using it. If you're being impulsive, if you're trying to figure out being logical, or you're having honesty, or you're being curious, whatever it is, you're trying to understand that in the perfection. But nobody can't be perfect. Nobody can't. You have to pay attention of whether you're going to receive it in order to do it. You're trying to get what you want, and when things to be in that perspective, that's how it goes. If you have to hear from reverse, you have no guidance. So it's like, why are you doing it? Because this is how it goes. It's like you're trying to figure out about a play-by-play situation, whether you like it or not, but then it seems to be. You're trying to know how to express of how you're feeling in that way. What's between this Queen of Wands and this Ace of Pentacles here? The Five of Cups is upright, for the Chariot is upright, for the Four of Swords reversed, for the Strength card reversed, for the Knight of Wands is upright. Yeah. So basically, it's like you're having grief, right? Because you're feeling sad, you're whimpering, there's things are not working out, things are not, this is the way of how it goes. So you can be dealing with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in that way. The Chariot's upright because you have progress. Because it's like, okay, I know what to do. Alright, I'm progressing here. I know what it is, because that's how it goes. When you have the Four of Swords reversed, you're not resting, you're not healing. The Strength card reversed, there's no bravery because you're being scared. Knight of Wands is upright because you're having immaturity, because you're being immature, right? When you're being immature, it's like, why are you doing it? Because this is how it goes. It's like things are not going as planned, because things are going to be very, how it is in that way. It's like, why you think about that, why you're trying to understand that, you're trying to converse of how you're feeling. You're using, reverse psychology of what's happening in that way. So let's see what's happening with this Hierophant. The Two of Cups is alright, yeah, because you want friendships, you want relationships. The Death reverse, there's no endings. But the Five of Pentacles is alright because you want money. Yeah, that's how it goes. You're trying to get what you want, but then you're trying to be spectacle of how you're feeling, because this is how it is. If you're trying to get things are in that perspective, why you're being scared, why you're having all these intense feelings. It's like nobody doesn't like you, and that's why that's negative, right? I'm not trying to tell you, all my viewers out there, I'm not. But the way how this is, you're trying to be honest. You're trying to know what it is, because that's how it goes, right? So let's see what's happening in the middle of this situation. Now Wands reversed, yeah, because you have no fear, right? It's like, why are you doing it? But then you have to understand that, right? It's like problem solved. But this is not a problem. This is not the way how it works. This is why it seems to be very stupidity, because you don't know what to do, right? So let me go from the middle, and let me clarify the middle. Okay, so you have 3 Pentacles reversed. So there is no excitement, right? Because you are not talking about it. You're not in a group, because that's how it goes. So let's see what's going from the middle to left side, please. The 10 of Wands reversed. Go over the Sun curves upright. Yeah, there's positivity. 4 of Cups reversed, there's no distraction. 9 of Cups reversed, there's no romance. The Magician's upright, you want skill. 7 of Cups reversed, there's no delusion. The Page of Swords reversed, there's no education. Judgment's upright, you're taking action. Yeah, so when you're staying positive, you want things to be in that perspective. You're trying to go with the flow. You're trying to, get what you want. But then it's like, why are you doing it? Why? Because things have to be in that perspective, because you go with the flow. If you want action, if you want positivity, if you want to have skill, you pay attention on how it is. If you're acting to be immaturity, if you're acting like, why are you doing it? Because things are not going as planned. This is like a write-off, because you write things down, but then you basically tick them off, right? That's how it goes, right? You're checking it off, and when you do it, that's how it goes. It's like you're in or you're out in that situation, that's how it goes. This is the way it seems to be, but then this is how it goes. What's between the middle and the right side, please? 10 Pentacles already, you want money. The Hermit reverse, you're not looking for a soulmate. The King of Swords here, there's no knowledge. The 6 Cups already, there's the past. Yeah, exactly. Because you're sticking to the past. Nine Wands is upright, there's fear. The High Priestess already, you want inner voice. The Wheel Force reverse, you're having bad luck. The Devil reverse, there's no obsessions. King Wands upright, there's basically passion. 5 Swords reverse, there's no conflict. 7 Wands upright, there's basically resilience. Justice reverse, you're not telling the truth because you're making up lies. The 6 of Wands already, you want celebration. Yes. The Tower reverse, there's no transformation. Knight of Pentacles already, you want trust. Yeah, because that's how it goes. It's like, why are you having this? Why you just don't like it anymore? This is why you have to express of how you're feeling in that way. And the Tower is upright because there's transformation. Everything's changing. That's how it goes. So let's see what's going on. Let me go from the middle to the left side, please. The reverse, there's no decision. Strength card is upright, there's bravery. The Tower is upright, there's transformation. Moon reverse, there's misrepresentations. The Empress is upright, there's nourishment. The World is upright, there's completion. Judgment is upright because you're taking action. Yeah, because that's how it goes. It's like, why are you having it? Why? Because you're trying to picture of what's going on. So let's see what's going on for the right side, please. The High Priest reverse, there's no invoice. The Death reverse, there's no endings. The Sun cards are there's positivity. The Moon reverse, there's misrepresentations. The Lovers reverse, there's no decisions. Human is upright, there's restrictions. The World is upright, there's completion. The Magician reverse, there's no skill. The Devil is upright, yeah, because you're acting mean and rude. You're acting to have, violence. This is the way how it goes. It's like, why you have to do it, So if you're acting like, you don't want to do it anymore, it's like, why? You have to pay attention on what's going on. You pay attention on what's happening around you rather than being supportive, That's how it goes. It's like, there are ways that you need to understand in order to, that's how it goes. What's between the left side, the middle, and the right? So the left side is the dream walker. Dreams, the collective good, or illusions. Yeah, it could be illusions, because you might be having a deja vu moment, because it could happen in this situation, because this is the way how it goes, right? So you're trying to reverse psychology, because this is how it goes, right? This is the way it seems to be, because that's how it goes. So you could be dealing with that in that situation, okay? What's in the middle? The Shadow Queen. Acquiring knowledge, insecurity, manipulation. yeah, it could be where you're having manipulation because you don't get what you want. You're trying to manipulate others. You're trying to congregate about having, challenging information or delays or change to plans or whatever it is. You're trying to figure out what's going on. You're trying to have a good contact in that way. But then when you have all this information, it's like why you're doing it. So this is how it seems to be in that way. And what's on the right side? The hungry ghost. Obsessions, sarcasticity, consciousness, attachment. Yeah, so you could be having that. You're trying to figure out that you're maybe having obsessions. Maybe you're trying to figure out what's going on. You're trying to be a nitpick, whatever it is. Because you're trying to figure out, oh, well, I know what to do. I'm going to do it. But then it's like, no, you're not. This is how stupid it is. What stupid is, what stupid does, And when you do that, you're trying to figure out, oh, well, I'm going to do it anyway. No, you're not. Because you're not using your own honesty here. You're not. But then you have to do that, right? It's like you're trying to pick on others just to perceive you, deceive you, whatever it is. And you don't like it. But then you keep prolong with it. And you keep continuing like a record player. You keep doing it all the time, right? That's how it goes. Alright, let's see what the universe is saying here. So let me go from the left side, please. Okay, so 3 wants reverse, there's no communication, alright? What's in the middle? The King of Swords, there's support, alright? What's on the right side? The stillness, which means restrictions. So let's see what's going on for this left side about this 3 wands. Let me clarify. The 2 wands reversed, so there's no planning. 9 cups started, there's fulfillment. The Page of Swords started, there's education. The 5 cups here, there's no grief. Page of Cups started, you want loyalty. But then that's how it goes. Whether you think that everything is all bad and messed up, you want education, you be educated on it. If you want fulfillment, everything's fulfilled. If you want loyalty, you act like it. But then if you keep doing it, you're this is bad, And when you do it, it's like why you're doing it, right? This is how it goes. So you have to try to fight back. You try to own what you're doing, but then it's like why are you doing it? Because you have to use honesty. If you make up lies, if you make up whatever you're doing, it's bad etiquette. It's like why? Because you're being like, oh, I'm being fooled. I don't want to do this anymore. I quit. That's how it goes. So if you want to have loyalty, if you want to have education, if you want, fulfillment, you pay attention on how it goes. So you could be dealing with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That's how it goes in that way, right? You have to go with the flow. What's up with this King of Cups here? The 7 of Swords here, there's no deceit. 3 of Pentacles here, there's no excitement. 9 of Pentacles here, there's no trauma. The 8 of Wands here, there's no speed. 8 of Swords here, there's no anxiety. 10 of Cups, there's completion. Yeah, because it's like everything is all completed. It's like I know what to do, but then I have to use my own honesty. You pay attention to it. Left, right, and center. Right? That's how it goes. You have to pay attention on what you get, what you want, but you're trying to get criticized of what you're doing. Because that's how it goes, right? That's how it seems to be in that way. What's this Hangman about? The Temperance is separate, you want healing. The Ace of Swords here is this misunderstanding. Yes, it is. The 7 of Pentacles here is there's no vision. The Justice here is you're not telling the truth. Right? Because you're lying. Right? That's how it goes. And the 8 of Pentacles is upright, there's perfection. Yeah, so when you're not lying, and when you're not telling the truth, you're lying about something. It's like, oh, look at me. Oh. Because that's how it goes. It's like you're trying to figure out, like, well, I want to be perfection. I want to get what I want. But then it's like you're using honesty to hide what you're doing, and that's how it goes. If you're trying to nitpick with others, if you're trying to get what you're doing, it's like that's how it goes. It's like this is what the reading is. So it's like, wow. So let's see what this oracle card says for this reading. So it says here, the number 31 reversed is dry desert, so it's reversed. So let's see what's going on here. So it says here, the subject of your inquiry is barren and can't give you anything right now, no matter how beautiful and seductive the shimmering glow of a mirage. This is an illusion. When the dry desert card is reversed, it is a warning not to be hypnotized into thinking you will achieve your desire. This well is empty. Consider the gift here, though. Know that while this is not the right place, person, or circumstance for you at the moment, it means that something much better, more fulfilling, and life-sustaining is coming. Celebrate the warning and be grateful. So, there is basically a warning here, because you pay attention on what's going to be happening, because this is the way how it goes. It's like when you don't understand it, when you don't physically learn about something, you pay attention about why you're making that lies, why you don't want to do it, why you thinking about your foolish thing that, I'm going to pick on this person, I'm going to be picking on that. Well, you're picking on that, it's like, well, you're trying to get some loyalty. You're trying to, be the bigger person rather than taking others down. And I understand that. But in this wonderful reading, you pay attention on what's going on this way. It's like you have to pay attention on what you get, what you want, what you desire, because this is how it goes. If things to be in that perspective, you have to know exactly. It's like, oh, well, this is how it is. Alright, I know what to do. But then it's like, no, not necessarily. So you know exactly how it is in that way. This is what it seems to be. But before I let you go, try to pay attention on how it's going to be and understand that. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day as well. And I'll see you next time. Thank you and bye.